Hey, everybody. Welcome to Buddy of the Groom, episode 61. The great Ben Moore with us. Known Ben for a long time, and we talk about the good old days, and we talk about comedy, but mostly we talk about him trying to be my groomsman. He was really shooting for the stars this week, is young Ben Moore. And by young, I mean Ben is in his late 90s. We're so happy that we could wheel him down to the People Comedy Studio and record this. But yeah, love Ben, very funny. He is in Chicago this weekend, so check him out. January 24th, 25th, and 26th at the Comedy Bar. Those will be great shows. Michael O'Keefe, will be in Fargo at the Cellar in Fargo, North Dakota. No relation to the Comedy Cellar in New York. Completely unrelated venues. But I'll be there with the very funny Mo Yacoub from Minneapolis and Ethan Peterson, who's a kid I met when I was in Minneapolis, who came down from Fargo to hang out and do some guest spots on the shows. He was very funny, so I'm excited. Also, I'm the only white fella on that lineup in Fargo, which means I'm the only one who will be succeeding. No, that's I can't put that out.
Well, in Fargo, it's
in Fargo. Yeah, we'll see. Ben's still here.
White.
Ben, how did you feel about the podcast today? How'd you feel about it?
I don't know how to feel. You always get like you drive when you come back home from a podcast. You're always filled with regrets.
Yeah. You just think about all the bits.
It's like it's a walk of shame, really.
Yeah.
But it's probably went okay.
Yeah. But no, Ethan Peterson and Mo are very funny guys, and I can't wait to work with them. It's going to be very fun up in Fargo this weekend. If you're enjoying the podcast, let me tell you about some things you can do to help us out. The biggest thing you can do is throw us a 5-star review. We'd really appreciate that. Throw us a 5-star review and comment, whatever you're going to do. And I think you should tell your friends. Tell your friends about the show. Be like, hey, I got this podcast that I like. Only about 3 dozen people listen to it. You can tell them about it, and maybe eventually we'll get up to 12 million or something. But it'll be good. Awesome. Thank you so much. More than 3 dozen people listen to this show, Ben. Quit looking at me like I'm an asshole.
Wow, I was tricked. You tricked me into coming.
It's more than that. Anyway, here we go. Buddy of the Groom, episode 61. Let's get after it. When you would just we started?
Yeah. We did so much. We already did so much talking.
We already said
I actually just recorded the last half hour.
Oh no, Let's definitely put that out.
And this is the end. So great job, everybody.
Welcome to Canceled of the Groom. I'm
canceled.
You can't be canceled.
A little I'm sorry.
We got Ben Moore's in the studios today. Hi Ben, how's it going?
Hi.
Remember when
Michael, is it?
It's
Michael?
It's Michael. Yes.
How are you, Michael?
It's Michael.
Glad to be here.
Glad to have you. How you doing?
Feels good.
How's it
glad
going?
I'm here now.
How's it going?
I was walking over in the cold and I was cursing.
How do you listen?
I'm just glad. I walked all the way here.
But
now that I'm here, this is a very nice vibe and this is a very cool studio.
I'm glad that for the first time in our friendship, I didn't have to drive you to a thing we were doing.
Well,
and I think that's great.
I think we should go back to that. But no, it's a lovely transit system here.
Oh, it's great.
I like Chicago.
You like Chicago?
I like it.
Would you consider it your kind of town?
Well, yeah.
Yeah?
It's pretty good.
Yeah. What other kinds of towns do you like?
Types of towns?
Yeah, types of towns. Don't name any towns.
What type of town?
The last thing I want you to do is name a town.
What kind of guy am I?
What kind of town are you?
What kind of a town, sort of a person?
Yeah.
I'm just trying to think of funny words with town in them, but I can't think of anything.
Boy, oh boy, the story of my life.
Town. I got nothing.
No, nothing. Well,
New York City's nice.
Yeah, that's where you live.
I like that. That's a nice city. I try to never be there.
Yeah, you told me when we worked in Ann Arbor a couple weeks ago, you said you were in New York 2 days this month.
Yeah, no, I think it was like 1 full day this month, and then 2 evenings.
You just like paying rent.
Yeah.
I think that's what you do like. I think that's what you're into.
It's hard because all of my work is still, I tour a lot. I do the road a lot.
Yeah.
Which is where we met.
Yeah.
And fell in love.
And 2012.
Is that 2012?
2012.
We've both been doing this too long.
Yeah.
We're not.
We should be much farther along.
We're not succeeding.
Well, we're not good at it.
Is that probably it, right?
I think that's it, yeah. We're not good at it. We're not motivated to get any better. And we've just really found our a nice little enclave. I found my 6 places that I like to go, and that's all I really want to do.
Yeah, I feel like I'm just going back to the same. It was a good place. They're nice places. They're great places.
They're great places.
But I just keep doing those rooms.
Appleton, Wisconsin, I love you to death.
Do you know what's funny?
Cincinnati, Ohio, I love you to death.
I like these rooms. It's funny. I have this experience now lately where
Madison, wow.
I love it. They've got me on a nice 18-year rotation.
Well, that's because
did I do too well at Madison? If you're listening, shaking hands. That was great. We loved it. So good. We'll see you in 2032. I don't understand.
They gave me the first time I did it. They gave me a case of beer to take home with me.
It was like magical.
Didn't
the
do
first
it for
time
2
I did
years
it.
after that.
Well, 2 is nothing.
2's nothing.
2 is a quick turnaround.
But
in this biz.
here's the thing, though. No deposit on bottles in Wisconsin. I just had to throw those bottles away.
They gave you a case of beer.
They gave me a case of beer, a case of Oberon.
I did it in 2011, and I was still pretty new to doing the road, so it was just magical.
Yeah,
like it was just I went up and I was just
floating.
like it was going so well, and I was just like, oh my god, everyone's like meeting me after, and it's great, and people have been nice to me, and then nothing, and then I didn't come back for. Well, I think I came back 3 years after that.
Okay.
And I felt like it was just okay.
Well, there's your answer.
It was like
there's
over
your
the
answer.
No, I was great. But I think maybe it's a college town, so in the summer it's kind of half full.
Yeah.
So I remember, or maybe I had just gotten jaded and better. Like I'd done so many rooms in between then.
Yeah.
That like a good weekend wasn't like when you start doing it, you feel like you won a contest.
Yeah.
You're like, I can't believe I get to do this.
It's amazing.
And then 3 years later, you're like, oh, this is my job.
I went in the green room and they had
Yeah.
tiny waters in the fridge. Can you believe this shit? And now it's like, oh, tiny waters.
You're like, where's my water?
Yeah.
Give me my water and leave me alone.
Wait, when are these waters going to get bigger?
You get used to
When I get bigger.
Yeah. You get used to it.
You get an extra ounce for every TV credit you get on the water bottles.
You got to get that TV credit.
You got to get that TV credit. And wait, you're on Robert and Thomas.
And then I have that. Yeah, kind of lately. I do. Well, not even lately. Even that I've stopped.
This whole podcast, I'm not going to ask you any questions about groomsmen stuff. It's just going to be about
Complaining.
where you went wrong with your career.
Where did it go?
Where did it go wrong?
I don't want to overstep here. That's a better theme for a podcast.
Oh, get out of
What
here.
went wrong?
What went wrong?
Would you love to go on what went wrong?
Not at all.
Can I do that? Can me and James do that later?
Okay.
What went wrong? Can we
Do you want to do
put me down for what? No one else can have that idea. Put me down for what went wrong.
Do you want to do a mini episode of what went wrong?
I'll interview.
Right here?
I'll interview O.J. Simpson. I'll interview like all the famous people.
Okay, great. Who else would you interview? O.J. Simpson.
That's it. And
Just O.J.
like what went wrong?
Like what happened?
Well, maybe anybody who was famous for a while and then, or maybe that never took off.
Oh, that's more interesting. I don't care about famous people who then went awry. I want to know about guys who were
never took off.
I want to know about guys who were like almost there and then never.
Let's put me down, James, for never took off.
Never took off.
These are all podcast ideas I want to patent right now.
That actually
I'm getting the website right
is
now.
already
lock down that URL, baby.
That's already a podcast about flights.
Oh,
never took off. It just brought it to a screeching.
No, I'm not gonna fake laugh. I mean, either I like it or I don't.
You should have liked it though.
I did a smile.
Yeah, it was okay.
I did a smile.
It was okay. Very quickly though, do you want to talk about Lunch Funny real quick? Because I know if we don't talk about it.
Okay, I was thinking about the story.
Yeah.
Here's the funny. We're gonna have to tell the story.
Yeah, we have.
But the thing about the story is, not only is it about a joke that didn't translate.
Yeah, it is the perfect subject for Never Took Off.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
But I feel everyone involved in it is dead now.
Yeah.
But I feel like even when we try to tell, so it's a story about bombing. Even when we tell the story about it,
so hard.
The story bombs.
Yes.
Like one time I made Jimmy Pardo laugh. And when I was a new comic, right?
Yeah.
And I always remembered it, right? And then I saw Jimmy Pardo like 5 years later.
Yeah.
And I told him the story about the time I made him laugh.
Yeah.
And it bombed.
Oh, no.
And he looked at me and he said, that story's about us and we didn't even enjoy it. And I was like, I just bombed.
That story's about us and we didn't even enjoy it.
What? And I was like, I just bombed trying to tell
Ben, am I saying that right, Ben?
I just bombed trying to tell a guy how much he used to enjoy. I don't know.
What's that short
Certain
for?
things
Benjamin?
are just traps. But this story needs to be told.
Okay, here we go. So we'll tell it to Webb.
And we should start off by saying Lunch Funny is what we came up with the term Lunch Funny.
Yeah.
Because of the phenomenon whenever a group of comedians think something, and this is the story that illustrates it.
Yeah.
But whenever a group of comedians really, really get a hold of a bit or a piece of business at lunch,
when you're just laying into it,
the more
lunch,
you're loving it,
the more you like it,
the less anyone's going to even understand what you're saying.
The crazier it's going to bomb on
You're
stage.
like, and so we had this thing we came up with at lunch. And we were like, we were in.
It wasn't a thing we came up with. It was a real thing that happened to me.
But you said the story, and we were tagging it. We were doing we were doing offshoots.
We
were
wrote
writing,
the bit at
We were writing
lunch,
screenplays
for
about
sure.
it. We did a musical number.
Yeah.
We were laughing so hard. So we were in Detroit. We were doing the
Comedy Castle
together.
I was emceeing.
You were the feature. I was the headline. No.
This is
This, to go back, what went wrong? No, you weren't. Here's this. Now we're gonna go off to the podcast called "What Went Wrong."
Okay.
Because I was the headliner.
Okay.
You were the feature.
Okay.
The MC that weekend has now done Conan 5 times.
So that was a different weekend.
Oh, you're right.
That was a
You're
different
right.
weekend.
I'm just obsessed with that
Also,
weekend.
people know who Brad Wenzel is.
I don't know. Well, I didn't want to name him like I'm, jealous.
He's been on the show before.
He's a great guy.
He's a great guy. He's one of the
I'm
best.
saying he lapped both of us. Is all I'm saying.
He lapped both of us at least 3 times.
No, you're right. I was featuring
Yeah.
the great James Irvin Berry.
Who you might see on a cruise ship just on accident this weekend.
Hell yeah.
He's always there.
That's not a slam. Everyone knows he works boats now. That's
He
fine.
loves a boat.
He loves a boat.
James Irvin Berry was. That's when we met, probably.
Yeah. That was the first time we
Okay,
met,
so we've
yeah.
done Detroit together a couple times.
Yeah.
I see.
So that's the summer that.
Paint the scene. Paint the picture.
I'll paint the picture.
Where was America at in 2012?
Where was America at in 2012? We were about.
This is a new podcast called Where America Was At. And let's get that.
In
Let's get that
2012.
URL down.
Where
Let's
you
get that
at,
URL.
America?
Where
Where
you
was
at?
America?
Where was America?
Where you at, America?
2012, arguably a similarly divisive time, but a better time.
I feel like America felt.
Right?
You know what people don't remember?
That was like a
felt
nice-
let down by Obama, I think.
Not in 2012.
In 2008, we were very excited. See, now everything's so.
We reelected him in
everything's so-
2012. That's
But
what
we felt that he'd had it. We felt it had a little bit. We don't remember this now
Yeah.
because things have changed so
Yeah.
much dramatically since.
Did you
then.
really think Mittens Romney was going to win, though? Old Mittens wasn't
Yeah,
getting in there.
he still won easily because he could win that. Like, he could always win.
Obama's-
Obama could always be president.
Oh, for
Whenever
sure.
he wants,
Yeah,
he
yeah.
can be president. But
Got to be great.
a lot less people voted for him the second time because I think there
Sure.
was this sense in 2008 that he was going to like change everything. He felt more like he felt more like a third party.
Yeah, he felt like this, like, he's gonna
It was
do
like
it.
Sanders
Yeah.
or for some people Trump, I guess, when
Yeah.
that happened. The idea that
Or for even other people, Ross Perot.
well, yeah, I always think with Trump, it's like we elected Perot.
Yeah.
Like I feel like
Yeah.
the crazy guy kind of got in.
Yeah.
But
You were,
so
you were a
2012.
big, you were a big Perot guy in 92, right?
Well, he won my junior high vote.
Did he? Congratulations. That was the only election
Kids
he ever
loved
won.
him. Kids loved him. So I remember we had
He
everyone.
talked funny.
Everyone in my
got a
seventh.
bucket.
Everyone in my 7th grade voted, and he walked away with it. Perot, like it wasn't even close.
You really?
Yeah, I
That's
don't know why they had a
amazing.
mock election in my 7th
Oh, we
grade.
did that.
You did that.
We
too.
did that. I remember doing that in 1996 for Bob Dole. And I
won.
was in 3rd grade.
You were Dole Man?
No. I just remember that Bob Dole it was Clinton won by 1 million votes.
Yeah, for the
even
kids.
in 3rd grade. Because it was like, hey, he plays the saxophone. That guy's fucking cool.
Yeah, it's always something like that.
Yeah.
Where he wears sunglasses.
Yeah,
Perot
he
was like
looks
little. He looked like an elf.
Yeah. He was like, he talked funny.
He was like a funny little man, so kids
Yeah.
loved him.
And then Bill Clinton was just like, we knew that guy fucked.
Even
gotta-
even when you were in
Yeah.
when you were 6.
Yeah, we were in 3rd grade. We was like, dude, that guy fucks.
That guy fucks. He played.
That
So
guy,
you were into it.
Yeah.
And you were like, and I would one day
and I will one day
like to even know what that how that
even
works.
means, honestly.
He looks like the kind of guy that would teach children how sex works.
Yeah.
So that's why you enjoyed him.
He would use just take like the hot dog and the like a pig in a blanket and just like move it in and out and be like,
kids.
and that's how babies are made. And that's how it happens.
So anyway, Lunch Funny.
Lunch Funny, 2012.
2012, the nation was a very different. What else was going on in
Oh,
2012? Have we set the scene?
Oh wow.
I was
2012.
disappointed in Obama. I released an album.
Yeah, not gonna
Remember
come
back
back.
when everyone wasn't releasing an album?
Not
When did that happen?
not gonna come back to
Yeah.
the bowling alley.
I remember releasing an album and not
With your famous closer,
not
where you
everyone
make
had
fun
done
of a
it yet.
mentally handicapped person. How dare
I do. It's still a great bet.
It's listen. You're not gonna hear any complaint from me.
But this year, I feel
Except
like
for 2 seconds
every
ago, I
comedian
complained
on
about
it.
it.
Well, even when you did your album, it was a couple years ago, right?
So I did mine in 2014.
It
and
still was a unique thing to do. Back
mine was
then.
an EP, and no one did an EP. I put out a feature set because at that point I had a tight, taut 30 minutes, and that was all the good jokes I'd ever written at that point.
Well, because it used
Yeah.
to be a thing road guys did just to have merch.
That's the only reason I did it.
That's the only reason I did it.
Yeah.
And also, but I'm glad I did it though because
And now you do it so you can get a cool Spotify graphic at the end of the
I
year.
guess
that
now
you
you
can
do it because
post on
everyone else in
Facebook.
New York has done it, and you're
Yeah.
the last one not to do it.
Yeah. And we'll eventually get to the lunch funny thing, but
we will eventually. We're still painting the picture.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I worked with a guy and he had done it, and I was like, "Oh, tell me how to." What's one of those
It's
things?
so easy.
It's so easy to do.
It's so easy.
That once people do it, it's like, "Why am I not doing this?"
Yeah, 100%.
Well, it's because you don't have the time.
Yeah.
That's why you don't do it. But
And it's who has CDs anymore?
and now you just put it out there, and you've got it's
Yeah,
out there.
it's
I
way
was
easier
going to
to
say
do
it is. I do think it's a good thing to do in the sense that. Someone kind of convinced me to do it. I was still new to headlining, so I was like too nervous. I was like, I don't even want to think about this.
Yeah.
And a friend of mine, he was like, I'll show up and I'll take care of all of it. I'll record it. I have the equipment. I'll record it for you.
He had the equipment.
He had everything.
Oh, it's huge.
He knew how to
You
plug
gotta
into the
know a guy
soundboard.
with an equipment.
And he did it for me.
You gotta know someone.
But I'm so glad he did it because now it's like your act changes. I would have forgotten what my act was in 2012.
Yeah,
like I would
that's
have
interesting.
because it's like it's always changing.
Yeah.
And if you, it's like a time capsule. If
Yeah.
you don't record it every couple of years,
yeah,
there's
it's gone.
probably like 40 minutes of material I would have just forgot I was doing.
Yeah.
So I think it is good for that reason. And then
Yeah.
once you do one, then you've got the goal. Okay, now you're building towards the next one. So I do get why, which is how I feel about comedy. It's such a great job. I'm like, why isn't everybody doing this?
Welcome,
You know what I mean? But
welcome
then
to album chat with Ben Moore.
no, but I think so. I'm irritated everyone's doing it, but I'm like, of course you want it. Everyone should do it. And I'm
It's
like,
so much easier now.
that's how I feel
That's
like-
really what it
that's how
comes
I feel
down
about
to.
comedians.
It's
I'm like,
easier
why
now.
isn't everyone a comedian? It's so great. And then when I see how many comedians there are, I'm like, why is everyone a fucking comedian?
We were talking about that.
So I have
If
two
you're-
separate concepts at once that are contradictory.
If you're out there and you have kids and you're 40 and you're newer and you're trying hard, just give up. Just get out of here. Your family doesn't want you doing this silly shit.
Yeah.
Go, figure out how to
Every
sell
comedian's
napkins.
like
or whatever
everyone's
shit.
delusional, but I'm not. I'm the one who's not.
I'm the
one.
smart one.
I'm the one who really is gonna make it.
Yeah, but if you're out there and you're giving it a go and you got some kids and you're in your 40s and you're not already making it, back it on
Is
in.
that the message?
Start watching Monday Night Football or some
Well, I would
bullshit.
say,
Get in a fantasy football league. Stop
Probably
bothering
not, if you're
everybody.
a stand-up comedian, it's probably not going to work out for you.
Yeah,
But what else are you going to do with your life?
That's
it's
not
like
wrong.
it's not like the
It's not
alternatives are that great.
no,
What are you gonna,
there's some
what are you
great
gonna
alternatives.
Teach a
up
kid
there.
how to read? Come
Ah,
on,
come on.
What are you gonna
Start going around to schools
What are you
teaching
gonna make
kids how to read.
meaningful and lasting change in your local community? Come on, that's stupid.
Come on, you could go out there.
Oh, that's for dummies.
You could go. Listen, if you're out there and you're a comedian and you're thinking, this is gonna be it. I'm
Yeah.
gonna make it. Go out there. This is a challenge, and I'll do this too. Do 5 hours of charity work a year. 5 hours
Instead
a year.
of
No, not instead of anything. 5 hours of charity volunteer work
Okay.
a year. And if that doesn't make you feel good, you never have to do it again.
Oh, you say if you don't like it.
Yeah.
Just try it.
Yeah, just try it. Try making a lasting impact in your community.
But if you're not feeling it,
Yeah.
Don't do it.
Don't do it. Yeah.
Yeah,
And
go-
if you show up on the day, to do your charity work and you don't want to, just leave.
just leave.
Yeah. I don't care. Who cares about this community and these children? You
Now,
know?
does doing this podcast count towards my community service?
For you, you get half. You get half time. So we'll probably do about an hour.
I was told this would count towards my DUI conviction. Is why I'm here.
This will expunge the DUI.
So
off
the
your
point is
record.
that was America in 2012. Continue.
That is what America was
We
doing.
painted the picture.
So
We're at lunch.
we're at lunch.
Or you fresh-faced and young.
I'm fresh. I am recently graduated from college.
and I'm the same.
I'm-
I'm the same age somehow. I'm old forever.
If that's what you want to say,
I'm
that's
always
fine.
I've been this old forever.
Can we tell people how old you are for real, Ben?
39.
You turned 40 at the end of this podcast.
Yes.
We're so excited.
And
We're
your
try-
body is
we're-
40. Your body is 40.
My body is 53. my body is
Like people look shocked when you tell them how old you really are.
yeah, and they should be because I look terrible.
You look like a great 40.
I look like a hell of a
Like
40-year-old
vibrant,
and a shitty 30-year-old.
not a good 30.
But it works out because I'm 18, so it's all whatever. So it's 2012.
I forgot I was featured.
A recently a guy doing 20 shouldn't be doing 20. Ben Moore.
I've released an album and I'm disappointed in the promise of Barack Obama.
Yeah.
That's how I feel at the time.
I'm recently graduated from college.
okay.
I am 22, still horny all the time.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Is that okay? I had no idea.
Oh, it's so horny that weekend.
You're so horny, huh?
We signed a girl's butt that weekend too.
Oh, that was that weekend.
Yeah, we signed a girl's butt that weekend.
You're
and then
right.
afterwards, she was like, "Come hang out with us." We were like, "We got another show."
This is something that happens in stand-up that's very funny. You know, we're a couple of singing swingles. Singing swingles.
Yeah, singing
Swinging
swingles.
singles.
That's why it's not. I think the reason we're not hooking up is because we would sing to these women.
Swinging swingles.
Swinging swingles. Hey, do you want to hear out? Only if there's karaoke.
So, but this is like a thing that's happened to me a couple times.
Singing
Like if I was gonna make a movie about what it's like to be a road comic, is there were these beautiful girls. They'd been drinking. They were in a party mood. They think that from the point of view of a bachelorette party, they treat us like strippers. They think that we're like we're the entertainment. We're to be groped. We're to be objectified, and we love it, right?
Yeah.
And then
eventually we will tell the story.
But there's this thing where they're like, but there's this group of beautiful women, and we're signing their butts, we're having fun, and then
and also they asked us to sign their butts.
yeah, we were the victim slash we won.
Yeah.
Or we were the winner victims here. We were being objective. We were enjoying it, but they were being aggressive to us.
Definitely.
So
Definitely.
And then they were like, you got to come party with us. You got to party with us. And then we're like, we have to do a late show.
Yeah.
And here's the thing about a bachelorette party or a group of girls like that.
They don't understand.
The time it takes to do a late show is the time in which they just disappear. It's the time in which
their memory gets Men in Black mind erased.
And no, you can't. No, because I got one of their phone numbers. I remember, and I called her 90 minutes later, and I was like, "We're ready. We're ready for the party. We're ready to hang out with you." And she's like, "What? I don't know where I am. Who is this? Wait, okay, come meet us. Where are we?" And then it just hangs up, and I'm like, "God damn it."
Also, you called her on the phone, and she was like, why are you calling me on the phone?
It's like if you don't, don't
call
if you
her on
don't,
the phone.
it never works out. The late show ruins your chance to hang out with people.
I have a theory, and it's not a theory; it's a time-honored tradition. In fact, there's like both a time and space radius around the comedy club.
Yes,
and if you go outside of like 2 blocks or like an hour after the show, everything wears off. Your superpowers.
It's like we know what it's like to be famous, but only in a 1-block radius.
Yeah,
It's like if you're in that club, people are like, oh my god.
Yeah.
Or also, if you were funny, you have to be funny. Otherwise, people look at you like
of course,
like you're a kid with a disease. They're like, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. They look at you like, hey, buddy.
What's the meanest thing anyone ever said to you afterwards after a show?
After a show?
After a comedy show.
What is the meanest? Sometimes people are sometimes there's this thing that like a middle-aged lady will do, and this wasn't to me, but it chilled me.
Okay.
Is this woman, like sometimes you'll get like a middle-aged woman, kind of a fluent lady, kind of a rich lady, right?
Okay.
And
she has pearls, usually.
But they'll insult you with a smile, which is the creepiest thing in the world, right?
What? Yeah.
So there was me in the feature,
and
I remember she shook my hand with a big smile, and she went, "You were very good. Thank you very much."
Yeah.
And then same smile, she went to the feature next to me and went, "You were very offensive, and it was we really did not enjoy it."
Oh my God!
You should stop. But the same
But
energy,
the same smile?
the same energy, and the same smile.
What a psychopath!
She walked away. We were just both like, "Whoa!" Like we couldn't speak. It was so chilling.
That woman after that went on to commit numerous murders that have
it was so terrifying.
That's oh my God, that's another level.
You are very awful, and you should die.
And you know when
bye. And you're just like,
and that woman is, if I could personify 2012.
That was 2012.
That was 2012.
All this is just to say that was the year that was.
Okay, so that summer, maybe a week before
Mike was
worked
horny.
with you, I was very horny. Summer 2012. I recently broke up with a girl that I was going to get back together with months later.
Oh.
In Chicago. When I moved to Chicago, we got back together. What are you going to do?
What are you going to do?
What are you going to do? It's cheaper rent. That's what you're going to You're going to move in with someone you don't really care for that much.
Ooh.
Anyway, she's great now. We're godparents
still together.
We're not still together, of course. It's not still together. Oh my God.
Secretly, you're still together.
I'm still together.
You still live
I have
with
a
her.
podcast about getting married to her, but I openly do not care for her.
I understand.
She saw me commit a murder.
But it's
I can't
rent.
have her tell the cops.
But you still love that rent.
Yeah, I love that rent. Sharing a studio with someone. Don't do that. It's bad.
I enjoyed it, but
you're a
we were in
maniac.
love. We were in love.
No, you weren't.
We're still in love.
You're not in love.
I'm in love.
The only thing you're in love with is this notion of what 2012 was.
Why can't it just be 2012 every year? You know
I
what
wish
mean?
every year was 2012.
I can't think of anything else that happened that year.
I wish this was decades in the future, so this could be episode 2012.
Oh, 2012 was the year that the world was going to end.
Yes. So we're very excited. I think I'm horny because I think the world's going to end.
May 21st, I want to say. I might be wrong.
I got to crank these out before Apocalypto. You know what I'm saying?
I remember I was doing it
before I rent Apocalypto on DVD.
I was doing like a bar show somewhere in Iowa the day the world was going to end.
Yeah.
And I just remember thinking, like, do I address it?
Do I bring this up? There's probably a lot of Mayans here.
So the world's ending's in the news.
And they're like, what? Anyway, so that earlier that summer, I'm very horny. I go see a film with my two best friends, still two of my best friends in the world, Trevor Smith, Ricardo Flanagan. We see a film called The Dark Knight Rises.
That was 2012.
That was 2012.
That was a good movie.
It was good.
I liked it.
It was okay.
I liked it a lot.
Listen, we'll save that for our film podcast. Never gonna see it.
Never gonna see it.
never gonna do it.
Is it where I enjoy watching Batman get beat up? That's a very specific fetish.
Yeah, you like watching Batman.
I just like watching Batman get beat up. I don't know why that's satisfying.
He gets his little back broken in that movie.
Yeah, it's like ASMR for me. I just enjoy it. I don't know why.
Yes.
And then that was the year everybody was doing that impression.
I used to do a Bane impression every week on this podcast, and I stopped because I
in 2018 you were doing a Bane impression.
2019.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
And then in 2007, everyone was doing "There Will Be Blood" impression. Remember that? Or were you too young?
Of course I remember that. I was doing it.
I was doing a milkshake. That
I
guy.
was doing it in high school, and no one got it. No one else saw that.
Nobody was
in
cool.
My high school.
And then in 2008, everyone was dressing up like the Joker.
Yeah.
Was that 2008?
2008.
Now we're just doing all the years.
2009.
Let's do all the years to prepare for 2012 to get the story out of the way.
2009, what was going on?
2009, what was going on?
Hey,
what was 2000? I feel like there was something definitely happened.
I dated Danielle Winterberger for a little bit.
How's she doing?
She's married to a guy in the Air Force.
Isn't it funny how people you dated 20 years ago, when you hear they got married, you're like, oh, she wasn't going to, I guess it meant nothing to her. But she's moved you're like, oh, is this how she gets back at me?
She married the guy she dated after me. So
there you go.
I feel
part of you was like you wanted her to keep waiting. Keep you waiting.
I did not.
2009. I feel like something happened in 2009.
2009.
This is a good podcast.
9/11?
What happened that year?
2009-11.
2009-11.
Yeah. It was anyway, 2010.
I feel like it was a big year for something.
I don't know. I can't even tell you.
Is this one of those moments when people are like yelling at They're
like, it was. What happened in 2009? Anything you remember?
The Edge Comedy Club was popping.
Oh, Dave Odd was
the king of stand-up comedy.
Where was that?
Chicago.
The Edge.
I guess that was before Halstead and Chicago Avenue, baby.
Yeah, right by Sully's.
I guess I wasn't good enough yet to be coming to Chicago in 2009.
I wasn't either. I was doing comedy.
I don't think anyone here was good enough to come to Chicago.
No one in Chicago.
Yeah. We were all just.
I was doing comedy, but I was in college, which shouldn't count. Doesn't count.
Yeah,
it doesn't count. 2010.
The
iPhone, big time.
Well, technically, I think the shitty one came out in 07, but I don't think it was good.
Whatever. I was still rocking a click wheel iPod well into 2014 because you have all your songs on there. You listen to it on the road. Yeah.
I remember.
The songs are there.
I remember pulling a Walkman out of my pants, and it was like I was exposing myself. People would gasp.
Well, I mean, you do call your dick your Walkman. So that's on you, man.
I had a Walkman until like 2006, I think I had a Walkman.
Yeah.
And people were horrified.
Speaking of mans, my favorite man is the Batman, who got his back broken
in 2012.
In 2012 by Bane.
And that was the year. And that was a year a young group of horny boys got together at a castle called the Comedy Castle.
We had a barbecue lunch that was, I'm going to go ahead and say it, subpar. Lockhart's not great.
I just remember we were laughing so hard at this bit, people were actively annoyed.
Yeah. Okay, so here's
it was you,
the story.
me, James Irvin Barry, then another comic came
Johnny Beaner.
Old Beanie Baby came in. Beanie Baby came in to meet us.
Baby was working Joe's.
Wasn't there another comic? It was
it was the four of us.
Four of us, okay. And we're having some barbecue.
Okay. So here's the story. Me, Trevor, and Ricardo go to see Dark Knight Rises. We get there. There is a gentleman behind us. he is
Can't wait to see how you handle this.
he is an African American,
Yes.
or if I could put that lightly, a talk during the movie
He was
American.
Yes, this particular
Yeah.
gentleman.
This particular guy was a talk during, and not because he was black, because he talked during the movie.
Yeah.
And so the first shot in Dark Knight Rises is Gary Oldman, Commissioner Gordon. He's been Commissioner Gordon for the last 3 movies. It's him giving a speech, and this guy behind me chirps up and goes, "Oh shit, Gary Sinise!"
So excited.
So excited. He's so excited for Gary Sinise.
Now at this point we start laughing like we've never laughed before.
Because that is objectively hilarious.
And then we start.
Yeah.
Now the comedy.
Here it is.
The think tank goes to town, and
We're
we
like,
start
okay,
thinking like,
this guy's the biggest Gary Sinise fan in the world. He
B,
loves Gary Sinise.
but
he has no idea what Gary Sinise looks like or who Gary Sinise is.
but he loves the idea of Gary.
But he
Sinise.
loves Gary Sinise.
And here's C, what we came up
Here's
with.
C.
was
He thinks all white people are Gary Sinise.
So what we started doing is like he sees like a little kid with an ice cream cone. He's like, "You enjoy that ice cream cone, Gary Sinise?" We started saying like,
Look at
"Oh
Gary
damn, Gary Sinise."
Gary Sinise, you are driving
We
that
were
bus.
yelling. Whenever time anyone did anything that weekend, we would be like, "You go, I'm gonna go get the car, guys. You get that car,
Get
Gary
that car,
Sinise.
Sinise.
Oh shit, look at that Gary Sinise over there."
Look,
We're loving it. Again, I don't know if this translates.
I'm loving it.
We're loving it. Yeah, James loves it. Ricardo, what's his name? Jimmy Beans loves it. James Irvin Barry.
James
loves
Irvin
it.
Beans.
James Irvin Beans loves it. And
we were working with the Beanie Brothers that weekend.
and I guess
very
it comes
well-known
up later.
comedy team.
And James is black,
Yes.
which I guess kind of comes up later because he. Well, I won't. spoil the
Anyway,
ending.
James is also saying. James is also
He
giving
loves
us carte blanche to like, not only do a black guy voice, which.
Gary Sinise, is that Gary? But that sounds like
I don't
Aziz
know.
Ansari. I don't know.
Whatever.
Anyway, yeah.
But he's like, you got to do it, man. You got to do it.
He's hyping
You
us
have
up.
to do it.
We're
He's
hyping
like,
each other up.
he's like pumping me up so hard.
Well, we didn't say that. So we're like, we have to work this into the show.
Yeah, we
tonight.
have to
That's
work
the
this in the
key.
show. I'm gonna
This
do
is so
the
funny.
bit.
We have to do this bit.
Ben's gonna be like,
I'm gonna call it back.
You're gonna
so
call it
Mike's
back.
gonna go up and kill with it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get up on stage. I'll start doing my jokes. I'll call it back.
Yeah,
They're
yeah.
gonna lose their minds again.
yeah.
And then just when they think it's over, James is gonna come
open
up.
with it,
They're gonna-
and that's gonna blow the roof off the.
So we've
they're
built
gonna be
in-
throwing streamers.
So
We're
we
gonna
built
be-
in that this thing's gonna come back 3 times in the show.
Yeah, so it was built in. So I go up, and it's.
You're doing-
I think it's second show Saturday, and I'm going up, and it's.
Might even be first show Saturday.
I think it's second.
Maybe
show.
second.
I think it's
Okay.
second show. I'm going up. I'm having as good a set as you can
You're
have.
doing great.
As,
It's a
as
full
house.
room.
I'm doing very well.
Big room.
And then I'm like, all right, here we go. I got him on my
I think
side.
you might have winked at me.
Here
for
it
the
is,
stage.
baby.
Like me and James, we usually don't do this. Me and the headliner both came out from the green room, walked all the way
Yeah.
to the back of the room to witness you unveiling this.
Yeah, the
Okay.
big debut. Like the first time, like Mick and Keith called all their friends. They were like, "We got this new song. It's called,
Yeah.
you know,
You know that new sound
it's
you're
called
looking
I Can't
for?
Get No Satisfaction.
Yeah.
It's gonna be hot. Come on down and see it."
We want to see this happen.
And then so I go up and it eats a fucking fat dick.
And the way I remember it is you
Just a
instantly looked
chunk of
uncomfortable.
shit.
Like you went
Yeah.
from like that thing of like I'm having a good set, I'm having fun,
Yeah, like
to like
smiling.
you started sweating immediately.
Yeah,
From
yeah.
where I remember it, you were like, "Oh fuck!" Like
Yeah.
all the goodwill left.
Yeah, yeah.
Like
They were like-
it just turned on a dime.
It was like, why is this? Like it was
And then I
almost.
think the rest of your set, you couldn't. It was hard to come back because they
Well, luckily I only had one more thing to do after, and that got a good enough reaction that
they
I
were
was like,
mad.
all
at you.
right, bye.
They were like, "What?
Yeah.
Or what the hell is he talking about?" Gary said, "What?"
Gary Sinise? What the fuck are you? I don't care about Gary Sinise.
And immediately in that
What's this guy
moment,
bragging about going to the movies
and
for?
immediately in that moment, I'm like, "Fuck, I'm not." I'm like, he's on his own.
Yeah.
Because I had a whole plan of how I was going to bring the joke up.
Yeah, yeah.
And I
so
immediately
you
abandoned
bail
you.
on it.
I abandoned you.
Which is fine. I get it. There's honor among thieves.
I was like, he's on his own. I've never met this man.
you
and then
didn't
of
even
course,
you didn't even shake my hand when I brought you on stage.
no, I did the PU thing.
Yeah.
I went, "Ew," and I pointed at him, and I got like a big applause.
Yeah.
And I pushed you down,
Yeah.
and then I went, "Yeah."
You pulled out some hand sanitizer and you did that.
Yeah, I did
You
a-
wiped the mic off with a wet nap. Yeah, the whole shot.
I ripped up a picture of your face that I
Yeah,
printed
yeah.
out during your set. Like I just had to get the crowd back
You
on my
said
side.
fight the real enemy, and you tore up my like Sinead O'Connor.
But
Our patron saint.
the
Sinead
cap
O'Connor.
on it, of course, is
James goes up
James
there.
comes out and he said, "How about a round of applause for those 2 Gary Sinises that
And
you
he
just
gets a
saw?" And that
fucking
gets
applause
that gets a
break.
laugh. He made it work.
Yeah, because he's a maniac. Anyway, this has been fantastic
This
so
has
far.
been, and I just wonder, is that story any good? I think we did.
It literally made James leave the room.
I think it happens. I think every time we try to tell that story, I almost feel like it returns and it doesn't translate again. But there must be other examples. I can't even think of other examples.
There has to be.
But I think it just illustrates the point that if a group of comedians are ever really loving a joke at lunch,
it's never gonna work.
Plus, were we not as funny in 2012? Maybe that was the problem.
I think that's 100% the deal.
Like maybe if I watched, although because I released an album in 2012,
we can go see how funny you were right now.
But no, I think that
drop that in. James.
That album holds up. Thank God. I mean, if I would have released it, I was 5 years in at that point.
Well, that's what you think.
I'm not ashamed of it. Whereas, but I have recordings. I have 1 or 2 recordings from my first year.
Oh, I'm sure those are terrible.
Wow, I'm so glad I have them because they're so bad.
Yeah,
I kind of.
Do you remember any of your bits from your first?
I hope I still have some because so this is an interesting.
Do you remember any bits? And then we'll get into the questions about that.
But it's interesting. The reason I have them is because I didn't know people. I think now people are just so much more informed about everything.
Yeah.
But I think at the time I was like, this is how unpopular comedy was at the time.
Yeah.
Is in 2007, even it wasn't that long ago, but I didn't even know how to become a comedian. Like I there was no either. Netflix, there wasn't all this stuff. So I actually, here's what I thought. But I knew what comedy albums were, right? Yeah. So I thought it was like a band. I thought how you became a comedian was you recorded an album somehow.
Yeah.
And then you sent the album to comedy clubs. Oh, so I was doing it backwards.
That's hilarious.
So going back to the whole recording an album thing, I was trying to record an album in 2007.
Yeah.
But I think I did have, so I would get drunk and I would do I was doing 45 minutes when I was 6 months in.
Holy shit.
So
where? How?
At
parties?
At a video store
that
we'd been doing sketch comedy in. They had it was in Bloomington still.
Yeah.
They had this little small theater where they would screen independent films and stuff and foreign films.
Yeah.
And we'd been performing sketch comedy in there. Oh. So they let me use it.
With no training as well, probably.
Was that sketch comedy?
Yeah.
No training.
No training.
Is there training for?
Yeah, Second City. That's how the city was built.
But is it? Do we need it? Do we really need it?
Okay,
sketch you need training. I don't know.
Doesn't matter.
We can all agree stand up. There's no training.
You learn it on the hard.
There's no stand up training, right?
You learn it on the streets, baby.
It's not even a controversial statement.
With that said, Lincoln Lodge, take some classes. Go for it.
Oh yeah, definitely Lincoln Lodge.
Yeah, Lincoln Lodge. Yeah, great classes.
Definitely do those.
Take those.
All the other ones are garbage though. But I would record an album drunk, and not just so. If you listen to the recording, I'm getting slurrier and slower.
Yeah.
It's I'm getting slow, and the audience was 4 of my friends.
Oh shit!
So
that's awkward.
I thought that's it, but I would get a professional sound engineer to come.
That's hilarious.
But then I did have the wherewithal I'd get drunk, I would do it. Yeah. But I did have the wherewithal. When I would listen back to it later, I'd be like, this can never see the light. But I kept trying because I didn't know what else to do. This was the year before. I was doing comedy for a year before the club in town opened.
Yeah.
Which thank God it did.
Yeah. That's the only reason I knew how to do comedy, because I knew that there was a club in town.
Well, that's the training. Go to the club and just never leave the club.
Yeah,
that's the training.
And I would go and watch people as a teenager. I was 15, 16.
Was this was this
the old
the showcase?
The old Ann Arbor Comedy Showcase. Yeah.
Man, I gotta say that's in the top 2 clubs in the country.
It's the greatest. We love Roger. Roger's the best.
That's such a good club. Mm-hmm. I'm kind of I did it 4 weeks ago, and I've been chasing that high. I've been to some good clubs since then,
which is crazy.
But
Roger said he was really disappointed in you.
Oh jeez. No, but it's that's such a good weekend that I'm depressed. Every other club is a little bit of a letdown after that.
What are you gonna do? Anyway, we're here.
The year is 2012.
Not to talk about this 2012 bullshit.
I'm gonna try to remember one of my bad bits too.
Okay. Well, you can save it, and if it comes up, you say it.
I'll yeah.
Because I gotta fucking grill you on some shit, man. We've been reminiscing. We've been
having fun.
Having fun. We've been having fun, Ben. Oh, Ben and boy, we've been having fun. That's my new Cajun character.
This is so much fun to do compared to listen to.
Exactly. It's
horrible. Much better. No, I listened to one.
Why'd you do that?
I enjoyed. Because we did the comedy show this weekend, so I figured I know both of you.
Good call.
Although also you interviewed my roommate Tyler Snodgrass, so I'll check that one out.
I didn't realize you listened to Ty.
I haven't listened to it yet, but I
didn't realize you lived with Ty.
I live with, and I'll listen. If he wants to talk.
I'll give him the time of day.
He just moved to New York.
He did.
Yeah.
He did. We love Tyler.
Good man.
Good man. But it's time to get down to the nitty gritty. Here we go. Ben Moore. It's time to figure out whether or not you're going to be a baloney boy or a baloney fucking jabroni. You ready to get this shit in gear?
You're scaring
Benny
me.
boy.
You're scaring me, Michael.
Benny boy.
You're scaring me, Michael.
Oh, Benny boy.
A baloney pony? Wait, what did you say?
A baloney boy or a baloney jabroni?
Jabloni. Okay.
This is going to be episode 61.
Oh.
Yeah. So far, one person in. Justin Gall, my best friend in the world. My writing partner.
Well, he was going to be in anyway. This is a sham trial. This is a kangaroo court.
No, it's not, though. I listen to everything that all the guests have to say. I listen to all their answers. I take it into
So
consideration.
you've done 61 auditions, and one has gone through.
Yes. It's
and, and you don't know.
It's a big deal.
We know you're probably married at this point, but there's no.
Also, happy 4 years to me and Mallory.
Nice way to go.
Thank
4
you.
years. That's nice.
4 years. 4 more.
great.
And then done.
And then out.
Legally. Can't do it anymore.
Eight and out. The
Yeah,
old,
of course,
the old 8 and out.
So we're running for another term now. I think it's going to go okay. Anyway,
terms. That's a good idea.
here we go. Ben Moore.
Yes.
Question number 1.
And I got some. I'm gonna flip the tables and you use some questions.
I think that's a very bold strategy,
I'm flipping
and
it.
we'll see if that pays off. For you.
Okay.
Number 1, plan my bachelor party. 3 caveats. Caveat number 1, money, not an issue. Unlimited funds.
I should have listened to that whole Carly episode because I
Number-
did not know this was coming.
Number 2. Number 2. Getting there. Logistics. Who can come? Who can't come? All that stuff. Not an issue. Number 3. Whether or not I will enjoy it. Also not an issue.
Oh, is this all still bachelor party?
Yeah, this is all the bachelor
I
party.
thought 2 was just logistics as a concept. You were like number 2, logistics. What do you know about
Logistics. It's over.
it? So you're saying just plan it, and time and money and nothing is an
yeah,
issue.
yeah.
I worked with a guy one time. I'm just gonna steal some of his ideas.
Okay.
I worked with a guy one time, and he said, "I don't
In
know."
comedy or like at the bank?
A comedian.
Okay.
I forget who it was. He might have been lying, but he said he either was friends with Keanu Reeves or he knew a guy who was friends with Keanu Reeves.
Okay.
And you hear about
One of those makes a lot more sense for
You hear
a
about
guy you
these-
worked with on the road.
you hear these stories about these people who have become obscenely rich, but also are still nice people somehow, like a
Yeah.
Keanu Reeves, we imagine. And it's funny that guys like that do what they're guys that are actually, and women that they're doing the fantasy that you think you would do if you became rich. And what a lot of these guys do is they just take their friends on these vacation weekends and they just do these fantasy things for them, right? And I remember, here's what he said, and I'll just steal all these ideas. He said that,
Great.
well, I think Kevin Hart did this too, right?
Okay.
Is like you walk outside
With the Plastic Cup Boys?
Plastic Cup Boys.
Of course.
And I'm just, is no one going to call out the lack of diversity in the Plastic Cup Boys
Set you up for your...
in this day and age?
I can't believe I set you up for
in
this
this
stupid-ass
day and age,
fucking
is
bit.
no one going to call
I
out the
hate this
diversity?
bit so much.
I'm just saying, you're on notice, Plastic Cup Boys. Get an Asian lady in there or something. You know what I mean? What the fuck?
It's a Native American transgender
it's a
person.
biased hiring practice.
It's horrible.
Get a Mary Golightly in there. Is that the name of the mayor? I just found out the mayor was
Lori
named
Lightfoot.
Lori
You
Lightfoot.
said Mary Go Lightly?
I don't know the names
What
of
the fuck
people.
is wrong with you? Mary Go... That's not
it's
not
the
a
same
name.
thing.
That's not a name.
It's
She's the mayor,
it's a
so you
Native
called her
American name.
Mary.
Is she a Native American?
I don't know.
It just okay.
She's doing her best.
I'm all for it.
Okay, go on.
Let's get the mayor of Chicago. Let's start a petition to have the mayor of Chicago become a Plastic Cup Boy.
Okay.
Plus, the other thing in that documentary is he blamed cheating on his wife on the Plastic Boys. The Plastic Cup Boys couldn't. He went to Vegas without his boys. He's like, the Plastic Cup Boys weren't there to keep me from cheating on my wife. He's like, I'm going to cheat on my wife if the Plastic Cup Boys aren't there.
Listen, if the Plastic Cup Boys are around, I'll fuck them. It's fine.
Like it's like it takes 4 guys to hold
hold tiny
Kevin Hart back
Hart
from fucking everyone in the club. He's like, I didn't have the 4 guys that keeps. Anyway, so the plastic. Wait, what the fuck are we talking about?
The bachelor party.
Okay, so this guy. So here's what happens if you're friends with Keanu Reeves, and these are all the things I'm going to do for you.
Okay.
I'm just going to steal these ideas.
Great.
He said that they went to like Hawaii or wherever on vacation. They come out of like the little. They each get their own little. This is the batch. So we're going to Hawaii first of all.
Okay,
We're going to one of the islands.
Great.
The big islands. And
Let me ask you a question.
We all get our little huts.
When you hear people talk about Hawaii and they say, I went to the Big Island, doesn't that make you fucking hate it? I hate that shit. I was in the Big Island. I don't know. I don't care.
Yeah, it's one of those things that you've heard other people say, so then you want to say it.
Well, to me, the Big Island, that's Ireland, baby.
That's the Big Island
That's
for
the Big
me.
Island for me.
I think I know about Long Island. For me,
That's pretty big.
It's not that big, but it's long.
Ooh.
Ooh, huh? My dick. Now, listen. Plastic Cup Boys. I was gonna say. So okay.
Are we going with the Plastic
We're going
Cup
to
Boys?
Hawaii. Oh.
Yeah.
We're going with the Plastic Cup Boys.
great.
They're there.
Okay.
And the mayor of Chicago, Lori Littlefeather.
Lori Lightfoot.
We're going. We're
Unbelievable.
going to. Okay, so you, me,
Plastic Cup Boys.
Plastic Cup Boys, the mayor of Chicago.
Lori
We're going
Lightfoot.
to the Big Island, baby.
the Big Island.
Here's what happened when Keanu Reeves took his buddies to. They all come out of their little huts on the Big Island. They've all got their own personal little like luxury.
Big Island. We should get big huts.
Luxury huts, big huts.
Big huts. I don't want little huts. If we're going to the Big Island,
but it's like a hut.
Big huts.
It's that sense of like it's kind of like a little.
I get it. It's a villa. Yeah,
it's a villa.
Yeah.
So he come out. They all had their own motorcycles, Yamahas with their names on them.
Great. I love it.
That's just where we're starting.
That's
So,
fantastic.
You, me, and the Plastic Cup Boys are going to Yamaha around the Big Island, right?
Yeah.
Here's the other thing he said.
Lightfoot stays put back at the house. She's got a bad back. I don't want to risk anything.
Yeah. So you got your own Yamaha, right?
Okay.
Then he said, "This is what Keanu Reeves does for his friends." He said, they went into back into their huts, or maybe they go into a room or they go somewhere. Keanu Reeves has constructed a life-size statue of you.
Of me?
Each member of the party is confronted with their own likeness, looking back at them in pure milk chocolate.
Oh, in milk chocolate? Oh my God!
So we Yamaha
What the
around.
fuck?
You Yamaha around the
That's
big. You eat yourself
Ah!
face first.
Oh my God! I'd go dick
Solid
first.
milk chocolate.
I would just fucking go
You can
down
do whatever
on
you want to
myself.
yourself.
I would eat my own chocolatey asshole.
Yeah,
out.
just go ass first, eat the ass.
Yeah.
That'd be funny. Is later when you're at the
Oh,
other
man,
guy,
that's
later
hilarious.
when you're at the other guy's villa, you get to see how he ate
How
himself.
he ate him?
And you're like, oh, Bill, I see you went ass
Yeah.
first on yourself.
Yeah. Who are the other Plastic Cup Boys? There's Bill. Bill, Rocky, Stavros, and Cornelius.
Cornelius, and then Doc.
Yeah, Doc.
And there's one guy that I love this Kevin Hart documentary. There was one guy who I guess writes with him.
Yeah,
I was surprised he admitted
I
to
believe
that.
that is Naeem Lynn writes with him. Maybe that guy's
Is
name?
he also famous in his own right? I don't know.
Naeem's the one who kind of like did his own thing and had like a Comedy Central half hour.
Yeah, so one of the Plastic Cup
Anyway,
Boys.
this sounds fantastic.
So you're gonna eat yourself out of milk
Eat
chocolate.
yourself
You're gonna
out of
Yamaha
chocolate.
around.
Also, here's the craziest part about that: to keep that at a respectable temperature
Yeah.
in the Hawaiian sun. Good on you, Mr. Reeves.
Is he like Hawaiian?
I think so.
Oh, okay, I think he actually might be Hawaiian.
Uh-oh. Doesn't
So
sound not
I can't
Hawaiian.
remember any of the other stuff Keanu Reeves does for his friends, so I'm out of ideas. But I do like that idea that rich guys
Yeah,
do
I love it.
crazy dream stuff.
I love it. That's great.
But then also,
And this added thing of Mayor Lightfoot and the Plastic Cup Boys hanging
They're
out with us,
coming.
they're great.
and I like the idea too. But then I'm going to be filming it to make myself look cool. Like the
Oh,
idea
I
that
see.
I'm going to be like, this is what I do.
This is what I
This
do.
is what I
for
do for my guys,
for my
This
boys,
is one love or
for my
whatever.
Plastic Cup Boys.
Yeah, so I'm just like really being an asshole about what,
Oh,
a, cool,
okay.
what a good guy I'm
You're
being.
just really putting it out on Instagram. You're TikToking the whole weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And then
I love it.
I'm trying to think what else. So that kind of thing. What else would be a bachelor party activity? See, basically, I'm just exploiting the fact that you said in this case I have unlimited money.
Yeah.
Because these are all things that.
Yeah.
This basically has nothing to do with you getting married. It's just if I was rich and I just wanted to really show off.
Yeah. But if I don't like it, I'm not going to pick you for the thing. So
Well,
there you go.
so far. I mean, has anyone else suggested eating your own milk chocolate face?
Nope. Pretty good.
What else? I'm trying to think of other stuff that rich people have done for their friends. That's like buying the car is a good one. The strip. No, the people buy the car. The
I
Yamaha.
give a fuck about a car,
The
man.
Yamaha. These were Yamahas.
It's stuck on an island. I can't drive that back to Chicago.
How do you get your Yamaha?
I can't
home?
drive that Yamaha back to Chicago off the
No,
Big
no,
Island.
You just gifted me a problem there, bud.
Now I got chores. You gave me chores.
Yours. So what else would be good for a bet? I mean, there's always the stripper aspect.
We don't need that though. We got the Plastic Cup Boys.
Yeah, that's almost too obvious.
Yeah.
The stripper aspect.
Yeah, why see naked women when you have a bunch of men?
Yeah.
Get out of here.
You can just be a bunch of guys.
I got a phone. I was looking at my cool phone. As soon as that party gets dull, I'm whipping out my phone.
What about this?
I'm watching wrestling.
What about this? Okay, so you Yamaha around the Big Island. You eat yourself out of milk chocolate.
I hate the Big
And then
Island
the
so
third.
much.
Here's the big finale. Here's the big finale. We hunt. We hunt together.
Ooh, who do we hunt? What do we hunt?
We hunt. Here's what we hunt. The most dangerous game.
Oh, man. Oh, I love it.
We hunt a man.
We hunt a man. And
How
then
did that movie go? I never saw Ice. We hunt Ice-T.
I read
It was Ice-T in that movie?
He was in a version of it. There've been a couple of it was like a short story, and then they fucking
So we hunt a man.
Yeah.
And then we never talk about it. See, I think that's what really bonds a group of guys together.
A secret.
It's something you can never talk about.
A secret. Yeah.
So we hunt and kill a man, and then we never talk about it.
I think America wishes that we were bonded together by that Gary Sinise story, but we're not. Because we cannot shut up.
I feel like it bombed.
It always bombs. Well, that's a great bachelor party. I think it's fantastic. We're going to Hawaii. We have the Plastic Cup Boys. We're hunting a man. I love it. Sounds great. Next question.
I think I did a pretty good job flirting.
It wasn't the worst one.
Oh,
Next question, though.
Oh, no.
What's your buffet starting 5? What are the 5 things that you want on that buffet?
I like Indian food a lot.
I know you try to make me take you to Indian food.
Butter, when?
When we were in Ann Arbor, after we did Sports Talk Radio. And you said, my favorite thing in the history of Sports Talk Radio, which was, why does everyone have to have a team they like? Why can't we just say, hey, Steph Curry's good at shooting threes.
Yes!
Let's all root for him.
I stand by that.
Hey, you're not wrong.
I enjoy the artistry of the athleticism of a gentleman.
Yeah.
Anyway. I like watching Steph Curry. I don't like him anymore because now he's not as good as he used to be.
Well, because he's been hurt all year.
Yeah, so fuck him.
Yeah, fuck him.
I got a new guy now.
Who's your guy now?
I'm auditioning guys.
Okay. Oh, just much like me. You should have.
Who's my guy now?
Jonas Antetokounmpo.
Who is good? Well, are the who's that guy that was on the Raptors during the finals that was real good?
Oh, Kawhi Leonard. He plays for the Clippers now.
He's on the Clippers.
Mm-hmm. With Paul George, a former Indiana Pacer.
I never want to root for LeBron James. I don't know why.
That's because you don't like him, because he's a nice man and a positive figure in the black community, and you don't like that.
I don't care for that.
He's opening schools. You hate that.
Yeah, I don't care for that. It seems too obvious.
Yeah. Okay, so you like Indian food. So just 5 Indian food things. So you got
chicken tiki.
Chicken tiki's fantastic.
Or do I go butter chicken? I just had some butter. I had some butter chicken in Aurora.
It's where you go for Indian food, is Aurora.
It was so good.
Remember that Wayne's World was just about
Aurora?
That movie Wayne's World, set in Aurora, was just about how great the Indian food scene is out there.
Is that what it was about?
Oh, yeah. It wasn't about wanting a rock or a cable access or whatever.
That's a movie you never hear about anymore.
Well, that's because you don't live here.
Oh, people talk about it.
Oh, yeah.
Really? Is that still a big thing in Chicago?
They're on...
No.
James says no.
At G-Man, I this very night at G-Man, they're playing Wayne's World and Wayne's World 2 back-to-back to raise money for Australia.
Oh, let's go.
Why not? Yeah, why
I'll
not?
watch it. I haven't seen those in years.
Great.
Since I was 12 and the rest of the country was talking about it.
Yeah.
So I don't know, maybe butter chicken or chicken tiki?
Yeah. Both. You get 3 left.
Do I have 3 left?
Yeah.
I get 5 items.
Yeah.
What do I like? Yeah, now I'm just gonna be hungry and thinking of things that I like to eat.
It's not like you've been on track at all during the beginning part.
You're saying you're saying I'm not gonna win best episode.
No
matter what I do.
I think you very well might.
What about, was wedding cake part of this? That's not on a buffet.
No. I don't have any questions about the cake because I know what I'm gonna do with it.
Oh, what are you gonna do with the cake?
Pie.
Wedding pie?
No,
no one's gonna agree to that.
Well, there's one question everyone asks when it comes to wedding cake, which is, do you smush it in your wife's face or no? I say no. She spent money on that makeup. I'm not gonna futz it up with all my.
I wonder how many
frosting
people
pans.
do or don't do it.
I say no, and I think anyone who does it's trash.
This really is this whole podcast is just a troll on your girlfriend. Like, what if Mallory had a podcast about how she was planning to have a 3-way with you? But it never happened. No, but I'm saying she interviewed people.
Yeah.
For 3 years, she interviewed prospective 3-way contestants.
Oh, I think that'd be...
Contestants, is that what you call them?
That would be hilarious.
Yeah, and you're at home
I
going
would
like,
love that.
hey, how was the pod? Did you make any decisions, genius? When's that 3-way coming? You're torturing this good woman.
I would appreciate the humor.
She should really do the three-way contestant.
That'd be great.
And they're talking about what they're gonna do and how sexy it's gonna be.
Yeah.
And it goes on for 17 years, and you never get it.
It's just her and Jason Alexander talking about how hard they're gonna fuck me.
It takes off, and she starts interviewing. She starts interviewing celebrities and politicians. I fucked that Michael Keefe real hard. I don't know why I just did Mayor Quimby.
Larry King's just like, I'd eat that little motherfucker's asshole. I would eat Larry King's. I would eat Michael Keefe's asshole. Ypsilanti, Michigan, you're on the line. I would give that guy a rusty trombone. Walla Walla, Washington. Here you are. Okay, so you got a bunch of Indian food.
I want to do some Indian food, and I love a salad. Just like a nice, I love a salad. So I pre-made the salad, which I enjoy. So that'll take up one of them.
Yeah, craisins. Yeah, what have you.
I like a craisin.
Who doesn't? You think it's going to be a raisin. It's not. It's cranberry.
What are wedding type foods that people enjoy? Do people think a lot about this a lot?
Not really. Not as much as you are.
You gotta do 5?
Everyone says mashed potatoes.
Pizza with cheese in the crust.
Oh, stuffed crust pizza.
Yes.
Ooh, there you go.
Fuck. Yeah. Man, I just had that that's all I ever eat.
If anyone pukes, it's going to be crazy.
It's going to be specifically the $6 DiGiorno.
Oh.
3 meat cheese in the crust.
So everyone's going to puke.
Oh, big time.
Oh, yeah. big time.
I'm going to throw in pigs in a blanket because I think that's classic.
Yeah.
And then what's another?
That's all of them.
No, I want to do canapé. Is that what rich people call hors d'oeuvres?
Crudité.
Have you heard of it? Is it canapé?
You're thinking of a canopy-style bed, which is the bed
That's
with
the word
the
I'm thinking
thing
of.
up top.
I think it's canapé.
Can of pea?
Canapé. What's canapé mean?
Go away.
Oh.
Canapé, go away. What else do I have to
bacon-wrapped
say?
dates.
Oh, yeah. You just get a nice hot girl, wrap her up in some bacon. Take her to the movies. Sounds like a great time. Next question.
I'm leaving. This is me walking out.
That's great Foley work.
Thank you.
Next question. When it comes to the reception, what are your DJ no-nos and your DJ yes pleases? Bonus question, if you'd also like to give me your DJ tanners.
You know what DJ no-nos? You know what? No DJ.
Yeah, band, right?
I'm out. Band.
Yeah, there it is.
DJ.
That's the right answer.
There's so many DJs.
Fuck a DJ, except for Samuel Rachel. We love you, buddy. Fuck a
Whoever
DJ.
that was, I don't even care for it. DJs everywhere. I was at a Marine base in Japan, at a restaurant on a Marine base in Japan.
In the Japan?
Yeah. In a bar with nobody in it but me and the other two comedians who had just done a show.
Yeah.
There was a DJ in this empty bar.
Ugh.
That's how many DJs there are on
Was
Earth.
he spinning? Was he like...
He was just like, I think he like plugged his website.
Ugh.
I was like, dude, we don't
want to go to your website.
What if that's your dream? God bless.
Yeah.
I would say live band for sure.
Yeah.
What's better than a live band?
Nothing. Nothing.
But I want them to have a very limited...
Okay.
Like a cover band.
Yeah. I don't want them playing originals.
Yeah, cover band.
Yeah.
What kind of cover band? Do you know what would be
Soul
great?
music.
I was just gonna say something where it's
music.
like something like the Ronettes, something where it's like a couple ladies and they're all wearing like a sequence.
Oh, that's fun.
Like will you still love me tomorrow?
Yeah.
Kind of like a Motown.
I love it.
But
Perfect.
like older ladies.
Yeah. How old?
Older black ladies in sequence.
90.
Like they actually were in a Motown group.
Okay.
And now they're doing this.
Love it.
And who's the guy that shot somebody? Is it the Ronettes?
Sure.
Who did the Wall of Sound?
Oh, yeah. Oh, my God. Phil Spector.
Yeah, wasn't he married?
Yeah, he's in jail right now.
But what was the
Yeah, he's
group?
a bad guy.
He had a lot of those groups, though.
Yeah. I don't know. Doesn't matter.
Anyway, so like someone like the Ron... So I'd like it to be an all-lady...
Yeah.
But then they would even do Motown versions of songs that you don't traditionally hear as Motown songs.
Oh,
So
that's
going to
fun.
be fun for everybody.
Yeah.
Eat your tiki, listen to the Ronettes, shut up.
Yeah, I love it. That's that's our wedding hashtag.
But also we'd have a full band with... just in case we need it, orchestra.
Orchestra strings?
Full band.
Yeah.
Like a marching band.
Okay. Bagpiper?
Every type of live music is there, but it's mostly going to be the older ladies in sequence.
Okay. And which one of these ladies do you try and bone?
One.
The middle one?
Middle one. Yeah. None. But, one time I saw Ray Charles live. That's weird, right?
He didn't see you. I'm sorry. Come on, get out of here. I quit.
Well, because
it was me leaving the show.
He had I'm going to get the Raylettes. That's his
Great.
band.
I love
Raylettes.
Great.
We're getting the Raylettes.
Love it. We only had a couple more questions, and we can get out of here.
Is that the time?
This episode started, oddly enough, in 2012. There's a part in the wedding reception where I gotta do a thing I don't want to do, and that's dance with my mommy. What song should I dance with to my mommy? Dance with my mommy too.
One
of the few guests on the show that's met my mom.
Oh yeah. Oh, see, you said that already. I was gonna say a joke thing, and now I can't.
Oh shit.
Now I can't.
Well, let's pretend I didn't say that.
When I think about you, I touch myself.
That's fun.
Wait, what's another one? What's the one? What's one that has like mommy in the title? Daddy, mommy. Mommy, daddy, mommy, 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 mommy.
Mommy, yeah, mommy. Great. Mommy. Billy Idol.
Or should we go with like touching? Can you give me some of the things other people have said?
Somebody once said,
Pardon me.
You're good. No. One was that Pure Imagination out from the Willy Wonka soundtrack. Yeah, that was one.
That's magical.
My buddy Justin said that we should do like a choreographed dance to the Beverly Hills Cop theme song.
I really like the theme song from Fletch.
What's the theme song from?
Bit by bit, one way or another. Bit by bit, Fletch is undercover tonight.
Yeah.
Making all the headlines. Fletch is working overtime.
Everything's ball bearings these days.
Making all the headlines. Fletch is working overtime.
6'3", 6'9" with the afro. Yeah.
One way or another. Fletch is coming at you. Here comes Fletch tonight.
Fletch is gonna get you. Fletch is gonna snoot you on your tiny little dick. Yeah. Fletch is coming. Fletch is gonna get you. Fletch coming at you now.
Just to
Fletch,
recap.
Fletch and Fletch.
So it's gonna be
Fletch and Fletch.
It's gonna be a pre-recorded version of the Fletch theme song you did drunk in the shower.
Yeah, love it. I think that's fantastic.
That we just play it. It makes everybody uncomfortable.
Fantastic. We got two things.
I think if I said anything wrong.
No, you're
So far.
Who would be your?
No one listens to this. Right?
Come on, what are you doing?
What are the numbers? Can I get the numbers?
No.
Okay. I'll ask you afterwards.
You may not. Who would be on your Mount Rushmore of groomsmen? For you personally, who from film, television, movie?
I'm not doing friends of mine because no one knows my friends.
No one knows
who
your
would be
friends.
Like. Who do I get? 5?
No one knows who Jordan Matherlicht is.
No one knows who Jordan Matherlicht is.
Jordan doesn't know who Jordan is.
Who are you?
Who are you?
I'm staying with Jordan Matherlicht.
I know.
As we speak.
I know.
He's a good man.
No one cares.
He's a good man. Just for that, Jordan's in. I'm throwing Jordan in.
All right, Jordan's in.
It's going to be 4 celebrities and Jordan Matherlicht. How do you like that?
With 3 celebrities and Jordan Matherlicht.
How many do I get? 4?
4. Mount Rushmore.
Oh, there's 4 people on Mount Rushmore.
Yeah.
Living?
No, they anything.
Dead?
They could be dead. They could
Can
be
I just
living.
do the 4 guys that are on Mount Rushmore?
No.
And then Jordan Matherlicht?
They have to be living.
This
They don't
would
even have
just
to
be a good
real.
opportunity to meet celebrities.
Yeah.
If we really more than anything.
Yeah. But these should be people who have ride or dies. People who
Well, I got
are
to throw
loyal.
Bob Dylan.
Okay, Bob Dylan.
Well,
Rob Zimmerman.
Basically, it's just going to turn into 4 people I want to meet.
Okay. And hopefully these people are loyal and caring and good people
So I have
that
to think
have your
about
back.
them being in the wedding. I have to think
Yeah.
about.
Yeah.
But they're not my friends if they're celebrities.
You're thinking about this way too much.
Either way, Bob Dylan's in.
Great. Hey,
I've always wanted to meet Bob Dylan.
Hey, Ben. Congrats on your wedding, Ben.
Did I ever tell you about the time a guy I worked with met Bob Dylan? It was
You don't have stories. You have stories that are from a guy you worked with.
no,
once.
but I almost worked that day. He came into my place. I was working at a
Oh,
bookstore
no.
in Terre Haute,
Oh, my
Indiana,
God.
and I was a huge Bob Dylan fan, right?
Yeah.
And I like my day off. Apparently, what is that?
That's a
Apparently,
dog.
Bob Dylan
He
comes
here,
in
hoot.
to
You
the bookstore.
You guys got any
They said
books?
he was wearing like shorts and a hoodie, and they could see his weird old man legs. They said- But it's all kids, so no one really knows Bob Dylan. But there's one older guy who's like was a fan, so he was like, "That's Bob Dylan."
Yeah.
And I think they said he bought some commemorative coins and a Valentine's Day card.
That's hilarious.
I guess if you're rich, you just buy whatever.
I saw a guy at lunch the other day that I thought was Stanley Tucci. So how about that? Interesting. Go on. Sorry.
That's like Stanley Tucci is exactly the level of famous person you would see in New York. I feel like
You would see that person like every day.
A lot of famous people that are like, no one's quite impressed.
Yeah.
Like I'm like, I saw Baba Booey. Like no one cares.
Yeah.
But you can tell he looks. He saw me recognize him, and he got nervous for a second.
Oh no!
People always yell his name at him. You know?
Would Baba Booey be on your thing?
Yeah, I'm throwing in Baba Booey.
Okay, Bob Dylan, Baba Booey.
Anyway, so Bob Dylan goes up to the counter, and this guy's staring at him because he's a fan. He kind of freezes up.
Yeah.
And this is Bob Dylan looks at the guy, and he goes, "A lot of people stare at me, but I'm not him." And he walks away.
That's funny.
And then he gets into a giant tour bus that says Bob Dylan.
Yeah.
I don't know. See, he speaks in poetry is what I'm trying to say. A lot of people stare at me, but I'm not him.
We're all Bob Dylan.
That happened. Unless this guy was lying to me.
Yeah.
Bob Dylan, Baba Booey, Jordan Matherlicht. And Tina Fey.
Tina Fey. There you go.
I want to meet her.
Yeah, she's got a big old forearms on that book. She's a great lady.
She has very masculine arms, and I'm
on the book.
I'm glad that she's finally shown them to everyone.
Yeah. Benny boy, this has been fantastic.
This was great.
Benny the Bull coming in hot. Right now,
okay.
It's time for our weekly segment, the greatest segment of all, the Pert Plus sponsor. Pert Plus, of course, shampoo for humans, not for horses. Don't use it on your horse. A lot of horses were getting horse.
Nay means nay.
Nay means nay.
That's what I always say about
when
horses.
It comes to a lot of horses were getting horse lice from using Pert Plus. Shouldn't use it on them. Pert Plus shampoo for humans. It's time for the ASMR minute. Ben, would you like to?
Did the lighting just change?
The lighting did change.
This is amazing.
Would you like to join me down here? Okay. And
how does this work? Does it get more sensitive?
Yeah, you just start making little ASMR noises.
Do you want to be great? Okay, this is my new show, and it's called.
You're talking way too loud.
This is a show, and it's called. This is called the ASMR show.
Okay.
Where the equipment is squeaky.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So I say it's very just play. No, shh. Now listen, I'm just gonna. Now enjoy. Shh.
My microphone arm is not squeaky.
Concentrate.
No, it's the
Concentrate.
Now here is some matches in a matches box. These are matches in a matches box. Pretty good, right?
I guess ASMR.
It's not sexual.
Is this coming on? Is this coming on the?
It's on the podcast.
I mean, can you pick this up?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. If you can hear it in your headphones.
ASMR is one of those things that
sexual. It's not
nobody. Sexual. It was like, is it a condition?
Not really.
Like you're born with.
You're thinking of ALS.
It kind of worked. Wait, no. I got a bucket of ice water over my head to end ASMR. Did I do that wrong?
Yeah, you fucked it up, man. ASMR has only gotten bigger.
It's one of those things
that was the ASMR minute.
Nobody had it.
Yeah.
Like because when I first heard about it,
no one knew about it.
The first person I heard talk about it was Nikki Glaser, and I'd never heard anyone talk about it before.
Yeah,
and she made it sound like it was this like kind of rare condition, and I'd never heard of it. So I
don't think it. I know a lot of people that use it to that like put it on to go to sleep.
You kind of bliss out when you hear something. But I think now maybe it's one of those things where people actually have different levels of it.
Yeah.
But I think hearing someone whisper it triggers something in you. I think from your childhood.
It really just it kind of chills me out. You know, and we do it because Cardi B said she was doing it to help with her migraines, and we want to help Cardi B out with her migraines.
Do we? Yeah.
Why not?
I guess.
I don't care.
Cardi B.
What? She's not listening.
She's gonna keep being famous.
Yeah.
Is that still happening?
I guess.
Okay. Good
This is a true story. And I'll talk about this.
You know, we need people to be famous.
I did a
senator.
I did a interview at the company Cameo to get a day job there.
Oh.
And the guy was like, "Who would you think would be the perfect person to be on Cameo?"
Oh boy.
And I went, "I don't know." I was like, "Well, like, who would I want on there?" And he was like, "No, who do you think would be the best for the company?" And I was like, "Well, like, he just means like the most famous person. Who's the most famous person on Instagram?" And I just go, "Oh, Cardi B." And he goes, "I don't think that's a good answer." And I was like, "What the fuck?" It's like, I don't know.
It's like
I don't
your
give a shit.
Business model is washed up celebrities talking to people, and you're gonna big time me.
You're gonna
big
time me on someone who's got
famous
like
people on Earth right now.
50 million Instagram followers. You don't want her on your thing? All right, fuck you, man.
Oh, that's not a good
I
answer.
did get
Do you know
that
what else
job.
is a good answer? Most of the people on your website. It's just a parade of human misery that it's washed up celebrities who want to make $50.
Yeah. Well, until another porn star fucks the president, I don't know what to tell you, buddy. I really don't.
But Stormy Daniels, that's on there. She's on there, I bet, right?
Oh, everybody's on of course she's on there. Yeah.
I wonder what he wanted you to say.
We have like
he probably should have said like Michelle Obama.
We have like friends
would have been
on there.
Great.
We have like people we know on there.
What are the qualifications? Like what's like the blue check?
You just have to have like over 10,000 followers on, I think, Instagram.
It's not so weird that's the standard now. It's all followers
for that, but
I think for a lot of things.
Whatever.
Like, don't you think you could headline a comedy club sight unseen if you just showed them your followers at this point?
I don't know. Depends on the club. Good one, no. Bad one, yes.
Yeah, I guess you're right. I guess good ones have. Yeah, they check up on that.
Yeah, they do a little research.
Look at all my followers.
Yeah. Have you ever done stand-up before? I have not, sir.
Well, like the blue check thing. I feel like, as far as I can tell, the blue check is what they give people I haven't heard of. As far as I know, I've heard of most. I've not heard of most of the blue checks I see pop up.
Like our friend of the show, Steph Weber, has a blue check. I have more followers than she does on Twitter.
How did she get? Do you have to just ask for it?
I have no fucking idea how it happened. I don't think she knows either. She showed up there and was there.
It's like it's a horrible that we judge people like that, but also I want one. You know what I mean?
I would love one. I would kill. I would honestly.
I want one so bad.
I would kill.
And I hate that I want it.
I would murder.
Actually, I'm not even on Twitter, but I just want one. I want them to offer me one, and then I want to say no, thank you.
Someone email Ben Moore. It's Ben@benmoore.com.
I have like 20 followers, or whatever you call it.
That doesn't matter.
Anyway. BenMoreTheWebsite.com.
Ben@BenMoreTheWebsite.com.
BenMoreTheWebsite.com. And also,
send him an email. Email him a blue check mark.
I have an album on iTunes.
We're not to that part yet.
Okay.
And no one's gonna.
Part of it was recorded in 2012. The greatest year.
It's time for the creme de la creme. The cherry on top.
Oh, can I add Phoebe Waller-Bridge to my groomsmen?
Sure. Don't know. Don't care.
I'm gonna replace Jordan Matherly with Phoebe Waller-Bridge.
Great. We're all gonna look up who that is, and we're gonna be excited.
You don't know who she is?
Who is that?
Oh, she's the best.
Who is she?
She's someone I just Fleabag.
Oh yeah, of course. Never mind.
I just watched all of that.
I love that show. I love that show. It's great.
It's amazing.
It's so fucking fantastic. Phoebe Waller-Bridge, #1 with a bullet. Jordan Matherlick.
You know what?
God, he having a mustache isn't funny.
No, Jordan's back in, and I'll take out somebody else.
Baba Booey, he's out of there.
Bob, yeah, why did I say Bob? Why did I even say that?
Because you said you saw him, and I said, "Is he on there?" And you, as a great improviser, you said, "Of course he is."
Okay, so Bob Dylan, Jordan Matherlick, Phoebe Waller-Bridge, Tina Fey.
Great.
Thank you.
Here's the final thing.
I expect to meet these people now.
I think you will. You're putting it's like the secret.
Thank you.
Putting it out there in the universe. Now it's time for you to give my best man speech.
Right now?
Yes.
Oh, jeez.
So we're gonna make the noise that people make when they do the best man speech, and then you're gonna go, and then after that, I will bring down my ruling from on high.
Oh no, I don't like improv. Everybody, well, the day's come. I didn't think it was gonna happen. I think a lot of you didn't think it was gonna happen. Frankly, I don't even believe it's happening right now. But I just think that it's wonderful and it's beautiful when two people can come together, and if only for the reason that finally one of those people can stop doing their podcast about and torturing this wonderful woman who was being tortured for years, mocked really, about a podcast about how he was going to marry her and then not marrying her. I think she can still do better. Is it too late to call this whole thing off? Thank you.
Great, fantastic.
Thank you very much.
Great work. That's all you need.
Is that pretty good?
That was great.
Thank you.
That was fantastic.
It's horrible what you're doing to poor Mallory.
Was it good enough to be in the Baloney Boys, the most exclusive club in podcasting? Ben Moore.
Are we gonna have a verdict?
Yeah. What do you think the verdict comes out? No, we do the whole shot here.
But I'm holding hands with my lawyers right now.
You're holding hands with your lawyers.
And this is very exciting.
It is time for me to bring down the ruling from on high. In the case of Ben Moore, tennis pro, 2012 aficionado. Ben Moore, the a Herstory channel exclusive. Big
No one's getting any of these.
Benny Moore.
BenMoreTheWebsite.com.
BenMoreTheWebsite.com.
I should have plugged it in my speech.
You should have. I'll plug it in the intro. Don't worry.
No, I'm plugging it in my.
It's already been plugged to them. They don't fucking care. Shut up. Shut your fucking face.
I'm saying, if I'm at your wedding, I'm gonna plug my website during my speech.
If you come to my wedding, something went wrong. If you come to my wedding,
You're spoiling the verdict.
so many people
You're
said
spoiling
no.
the verdict. Spoiler alert.
But anyway, back into my Southern Judge character.
Jesus.
Let me get back into my character. I rule in the case of Ben Moore v. Baloney Boys. I bring in the ruling that you, Ben Moore.
Oh no.
Going
Uh.
to
Ah.
not be a baloney boy.
this
He
is
didn't make it.
bullshit. It was
He didn't
rigged.
make it.
This whole
Thanks,
thing's
Judge.
rigged.
Appreciate it.
I'm
Apparently,
walking-
the
I'm
judge
walking
is a
out- I'm
character.
walking out of here.
Get out of here. So, BenMoreTheWebsite.com. This will come out on Wednesday or Thursday.
Oh, if it's coming out on, if it's on Thursday, I will be at the Comedy
Bar, Chicago, downtown.
Always a fun time.
Get
I will
some
be
pizza
headlining.
Get some pizza that makes you fall asleep, and then watch Ben Moore for some comedy that makes you go to sleep.
Tina Fey said that Gino's East is the best pizza in Chicago.
Huh. Interesting. I don't dislike Geno's. I prefer Pequod's. What do you think, James?
Pequods.
I don't think I'll go have it. I haven't had it.
You can have whatever you want. I don't care. I won't be in town. I'm in
You leaving?
I'm in Fargo this
You
weekend.
going to Fargo?
I'm in Fargo on
Catch
Friday
you
and
in
Saturday.
Fargo,
I'll be
everybody.
in Fargo. Cellar. Me and Mo Yakub hanging out.
What's the comedy club in
It's a bar called The Cellar.
Isn't that funny that there are comedy clubs that haven't heard about the most famous
So,
comedy club in the world?
It was like a rock club called The Cellar, and then they just started to have comedy.
Like, I work at a place called the Comedy Cellar of Ohio, and it's not affiliated.
Yeah.
It's not affiliated. And if you said, they'd be like, "Oh, is there another?
Yeah.
Is there another Comedy Cellar?"
They don't. They know, but they just like it. It's been a rock club for years.
Oh, okay. Well,
was
plus
like-
it's like, yeah.
It was like in the Fargo. You know the book Fargo Rock City? There's a book called Fargo Rock City that Chuck Klosterman wrote. Yeah, about the metal scene in Fargo, and it was like one of those clubs, and they just started to
Okay.
do comedy every Friday and Saturday, and apparently it's great, and I can't wait to go, and they're paying me enough money to say that. Ben Moore,
awesome.
Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
Webb, you got anything you want to tell them about the? There's no Mean Boys show this week.
No Mean Boys. No, there's nothing this week. I'm in the Bahamas.
Come to the Bahamas. Go see Chris Jericho and James Webb finally fight it out.
Go see Ben at Comedy Bar.
Go
I'll
see
be
Ben
there.
at Comedy Bar.
And I think it's great that people like you can get married now.
We finally did it.
I
You,
don't.
you know that weird thing. You know that weird thing you're into that we
Yeah.
can talk about. I think
Yeah.
it's great that you can get married now.
Jews.
Yeah, I think it's great that you can marry Jews now.
Oh my God. Well, that's it. That's the whole show.
Okay.
My name's Mike. See you later. Bye bye. Till death do us part. See ya.